everybody, it's Melissa Sorrentino, the Improv Sophisticate, and I don't want anybody to freak out, but I don't have a cup of coffee. I know, I already had a small cup this morning, and instead I am drinking a delicious pineapple beverage, so I still won't get a dry throat while I'm trying to speak to you guys. Alright, today we're going to talk about moments. We're going to talk about stretching the moments, digging into the moments and expanding the moments. I can't really think of a super great word for this, but exaggerate is not really what I want to say. Exacerbate is more what I want to say. But that concept of getting a moment in your improv scene and then just milking the hell out of it is just so much fun. And we often, as improvisers, get hung up on plot. So let's talk about being just diving into the moments instead of plot. And I want to just comfort you. I know, you're already panicking. You're already going, but what's going to happen in the story? How's it going to end? What's going to happen? What's going to happen next? What's going to happen to this character? What's going to happen to the universe, to the whatever the fuck we just set up? And I'm telling you, if you get yourself lost in the moments, life happens. It does. I won't get into life unless I have a little extra time. But okay. So you're in an improv scene and a moment arises. What kind of moment? Any moment. Now we're in a jazz club and smoke is drifting in. And as the smoke drifts in, it comes right across somebody's nose. A whiskery nose. A whiskery nose with a mustache. I am a Russian spy disguised as a man, but I am woman. And I have mustache and hat goes down very, very, very hidden, very incognito. So, you see, I had no idea. I just decided to focus on the t noise. And all that came from it. And that's a fun setup, right? I mean, you can't argue that's a pretty fun setup for a scene. And, and then the musician kicks in and somebody kicks in. This is how we build. Clearly a plot is going to come out of that. Oh, she is pregnant. But she does not want anyone to know. And the father of her child is that nightclub singer. And she is here to kill him. You know, what? It's just the focusing on the moments and just, it is exaggerating. It's just really digging in to the moments, like the smoke and the mustache. And then it just sort of like, boom. Now, I'll do another video on this. It's also very important, I think, when you have that like little slow drift that's moving towards something, then you have your shiny object. You got to pick that sucker up. I had a moment that was like Russian spy, fedora hat, whatever kind of hat it would be called. Not a big old fucking Russian fur Siberian hat. Although it is wintertime. But you know what I'm saying? So I have that, oh shit, I didn't turn off the airplane mode or put it on. Hi, whoever just texted me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Take those moments and just stretch them. And I've had different people sort of mention this in classes. I don't know that anybody's really ever totally focused and concentrated on it. But in my mind, the first time somebody described this to me, I visualized... I don't know if any of you guys bake, but you're ever making dough and you want to make like a pie crust, and you ball it into that ball, and then you put the little dent in top with your roller, and you roll the dough. But you don't just roll it in this direction. You roll it in this direction, and then you roll it in this direction. Oh my gosh, look at this. Or like, the pizza. You're stretching that pizza dough. You're stretching it. That's what I want you to think of when you're in a moment. I'm stretching this moment. I'm aware of everything. I'm aware of the texture of this moment. I'm aware of my breathing. I think I might have just run a marathon because I'm really exhausted. I'm just, I'm lightheaded. I'm lightheaded from all the breathing. Hey, sorry about that. The text just started rolling in like crazy, so I had to actually just stop for a bit and make some adjustments. Anyway, exaggerating the moments. I want to kind of give a little bit of a shout out to Bob Dassey. Anybody who has ever seen him play, he's like the genius of this. He does it in a very consistent way. He'll sort of like have a moment, and then he actually turns out and he steps forward and he's fucking monologue riffs on whatever like that moment began, and then he's like, I can't do it. And he talks really fast and he's absolutely hilarious. So that does help. But he's just a brilliant genius of taking a moment and just blowing it out. That's the term. Let's call it blow out the moments. Just blow out those moments. That's what I want to leave you with today. Just that concept when you're in the scene, and just instead of looking all around and looking ahead, one last thing I'll leave you guys with. I do this, I know it's slightly abusive, but I do it with Zip Zap Zop with my classes. Sometimes I make them actually do Z, I, P, space, Z, A, P, space. It's cruel, but for real, I really want to get people kind of in that zone of like, every moment is like, let's like not just always go forward and outward and skip with non sequiturs. Let's go in and let's like get to a molecular level, get to beyond the molecular level, the atomic level, the quantum level. Ooh. And do that with your moments. And if you trust the flow of that, you will find that it's only really in hindsight that you recognize what your journey has been, that you somehow started with and you ended up with like a 20-minute, whole exploration that went to, Siberia, and it went in the past and it went in the future, and it goes places, you guys. So when you get that moment where you feel like you have to leap, that's when I want you to leap. Don't leap all the time. Leap, 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 and you're skipping where your scenes happen, and you're just kind of starting new scenes over and over because you don't like trust. Pull it in, look at what's right in front of your eyes, and enjoy that. Just savor that. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I've brought up a lot of different concepts, and now I'm going to just jot them down so that I make like another video on each of those, because I'm going to blow out each of the topics. What? Yes. I live this way, kids. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.